put that? Why is this shelf falling on my? What? I hate this.
Oh goodness, Captain. Oh, wait a minute. I don't feel so well. All of this wormhole travel has made me nauseous.
Nauseous? What? Well, did you take some Dramamine, Guri, as I recommended? That stuff works.
No, Captain. You know I can't swallow pills.
Oh, can't swallow pills. Oh, that's right. How silly! They're so tiny, and yet you are afraid of them, little teeny pills.
All right, it's not fear, Captain. It's a physiological condition, perhaps similar to Cece's shy bladder syndrome. I could think of worse things that one could be unable to swallow.
Such as?
Such as one's pride, for example. A true leader must recognize his own limitations and know when to rely on wise counsel or when to ask for help.
That's even more foolish than not being able to swallow pills. Who would want to swallow pride? It's not even a real thing.
Well, to be fair, Captain, you are very good at stomaching defeat. Maybe due to your many large stomachs. Why, you've swallowed more defeats than anyone else I can think of.
All right. That's enough out of you, my very distant second in command. Shipwood! Status report. Where do we find ourselves now after our latest trip through space and time? Shipwood?
Well, Captain, I'm trying to triangulate the signals now, trying to square up all the facts, and then I'll circulate my conclusions shortly.
What? What do you make of that report, Guri?
Well, I'd say it's shaping up nicely. Am I right, Shipward? Up top.
What was that? You and Shipwood abruptly colliding limb and tentacle above your many little heads. What do you mean by this?
Oh, the Lurflings called a high five, Captain, and it's quite exhilarating. Sort of like clapping. Or was it waving? Waving that I was so excited about a few episodes back.
I think it was waving. You haven't discovered clapping yet, Guri.
Oh, I can't wait.
Well, if he hasn't discovered it yet, then how does he know the term for it? Little idiot. These continuity problems are getting ridiculous. Shipwood, I'm afraid Space Toilet number 3 is still wreaking havoc with the podcast storyline here. Must get that fixed.
Is there a storyline? How would you know?
Well, of course there's a storyline. We are proud members of the Mupopian Royal Navy, exploring and charting the universe for the greater good of beings throughout the universe, but also mining the creatures we encounter for valuable emotional resources as we go, of course.
Yes, and as is typical with profit-seeking enterprises, we have quickly run afoul of larger, greedier, more evil alien enterprises, such as that of the dreaded Gorgons.
Excuse me, Guri, but who is telling the story here?
Oh, sorry, I thought we both might.
No, I am telling the story as the captain of this here mission. It's my responsibility.
Although we don't quite know our mission.
Right. The purpose of our mission is on a need-to-know basis, and we don't quite have need-to-know status, although I believe I was promoted during an earlier episode to just about need-to-know status, and it's...
I think it was nearly need-to-know status.
I think it was really should know by now status.
Well, whatever it was, doesn't matter. We're very close to knowing our mission here on Earth. This little-known outpost in a backwater galaxy of the universe, which wouldn't be so interesting if we hadn't been trapped within its gravitational field for countless episodes now, thanks to some early misadventures with the oversized creatures of this planet.
Oh, yes, there was the giant ladybug that made you wet your spacesuit, Yuri.
No, I thought it was the Mago that sent you desperately searching for clean undergarments. But then we found ourselves in the clutches of young hummus beans as they were playing toy with us.
Yes, they thought we were toys.
And who then brought us face to face with the evil scourge of the universe, Gorgonzola.
who I vanquished quite bravely, all while being trapped under attack.
Yes, Guri was trapped under a carpet tack on the floor of the young Hummus Beans playroom. But anyway, more recently, we've been confounded by an endless set of journeys through wormholes into parallel versions of Lurf. Our last adventure ended with a rescue by John Denver, who promised to lead us back to our home universe. And with that tedious recap, let me welcome our dear listeners to episode 12 of season 2 of Greeting.
Excuse me, Yuri. Can you hear me over the intercom, perhaps?
Shipwood, who is that? Where's that dreaded voice coming from?
It's our ship's communicator, Captain, coming through on the emergency broadcast channel. Sounds like Zoltan, one of the podcast sponsors.
Zoltan? A sponsor? It's far too early for a commercial. Why, I was just welcoming listeners to the podcast. What's going on here?
I'm so sorry, Yuri, but this is an emergency message due to current events on our home planet. I must have just 2 minutes of your time, if it's okay. Please and thank you.
Well, it is an emergency, you say? A real emergency? I guess if you can keep it very brief. What's that? What is that?
Yes, I will keep it in my briefs, I promise you, Captain. Greetings, Earthlings. I speak to you as an Earthling first and foremost, and as a recently emigrated Belarusian second. Both me and Isa and Rakia here, my little Minsk.
My little Minsk, you mean? This is my
No,
little
not
Minsk.
now, Isa, you fool. We can fight over our half-sister later, but right now we must come together and express the great sadness and the great apologia. How do you say?
Apogee, I think, is the term.
No, not the highest point. I mean the apogee of apology.
Yes.
I think is what we wish to express for the current situation in the Ukraine. We hail from Minsk originally. We cannot help but feel in some way responsible.
But how are we responsible, Zoltan, for the madness of this puny Putin, as we call him? We here managing the ball pit for 3 Goodini.
He means years. Yeah, 3 years.
Yes. And we eat the Burger King. We watch the Wheel of Fortune. We don't start any wars. None.
Yes, speak for yourself, Zoltan. I watch the balls here in America. I drive the Amerikansky crazy with their strange fetish involving a dominatrix with a fire hose. The only fires I start are ones in the hearts of the repressed animals who drive the minivans and live in the suburbs and tuck the shirts into the trousers and
Okay, maybe you two can just quiet down if you have nothing to apologize for. But I, Zoltan, for my own selves, I feel the need to apologize for what my people are letting the Russian people do to the Ukrainian people. When we are all just people who want the same things, we want to lose ourselves in the ball pits and eat candy from strangers and maybe come out from time to time for a sugary drink or to play the video game.
Just don't waste your time with the coin-operated robot arm trying to pick up the worthless toy from the pile in the glass box. That is always a rip-off. Never wins.
Yes, Isa, yes. The grip of the robot claw is always so weak.
So weak,
It's
yes.
like the grip of a baby child.
It is the opposite of my grip and the balls as I wash them individually by hand.
Okay, calm it down, Rakia. I can see you are causing the windows of the control room to grow steamy. The poor engineers in there are not used to the racy language of our little Minsk.
I'm sorry, but sometimes if you got it, you must flaunt it.
Okay, Rakia, I think you watch too much of the Kardashians on the cable TV. Anyway, people of the Ukraine, I know it may not mean much to you now, but please accept our apology and also for the limited time only, accept a free day pass at Zoltan and Isa's bottomless ball pit, located just outside of Sioux City on Route 66. If you can make it there, we will be waiting with a warm smile, maybe an unwanted warm hug from Isa, and even warmer ball pit. That's right, we heat the ball pit to just over 90 degrees in the winter time, so it is like falling into the warm embrace of a long-distance lover.
Yes, it is like falling back into your mother's womb, which is also heated by urine.
Isa, what is wrong with you?
What did I say? Who doesn't want to go back into the womb? Very cozy. Everything is provided there for you. Someone else even eats for you. Some little tube takes away your poops and pees with no mess and no fuss over the toilet paper, which is always too thin or too thick, or it has run out, leaving you to decide which article of clothing you no longer need. Usually, I decide upon my left sock, as I have no feeling in that foot ever since the accident in the ball pit 2 Godini ago, so I don't feel the cold there. But if I use another...
Ignore my strange brother, everyone.
What?
I promise we will...
We've all been there.
I promise we will keep him behind the scenes when you come to Zoltan and Isa and Rakia's bottomless ball pits. And now we will send you back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
My ball movements are very regular.
Stop it with your ball movements.
Hey! Well, that was interesting and perhaps worthwhile. But why is it, Gory, that these Lurflings are so often fighting amongst themselves for a little portion of what is clearly Lurf, and what clearly belongs, if anything ever really belongs, to all Lurflings? Isn't that right, Gory?
Yes, it's like the old saying we have back on Meepop. For those about this rock, we salute you. As in, right. for those of you who live about on this rock, or this comet that we call Meepop, we salute you and recognize you as a brother and a friend.
Yes, we don't discriminate amongst our own highly evolved species. That's why we're highly evolved. By definition, we do, on the other hand, discriminate and look down upon the less evolved species, of course, such as these hapless Lurflings, for instance.
Yes,
ferrets, other. Yes, you know what I mean.
Yes, we do take issue with the wrongly evolved species, as
exactly,
and the ones that turn towards evil, like the ferrets you mentioned, or like the Gorgons, or not the Gorgons, or like the Kardashikons.
Well, yes. Well, we don't object to all the Gorgons. We have our friend Roxy here, right? Right? Oh, still asleep, it looks like. Boy, he really must have been quite tired. He's been sleeping for several episodes.
It's a bit unnerving how these Gorgons can just sleep standing up wherever and whenever they might be, and any time of day.
Yeah, it's a well-known Gorgon self-defense mechanism, sometimes used to combat boredom.
Are you saying we were boring our Gorgon companion to death? Is that what you mean?
I didn't say that. I was merely stating a fact.
A fact? What?
Oh, no!
What? Is it? Is that the sound of another emergency bulletin? No. No way. We are still trying to get into the plot of today's episode. What's going on?
Yuri, please, this is really an emergency. I'm not kidding with you. There has been a very, very serious development.
Well, of course you think it's important about some petty dispute for a piece of this backwater rock. Don't you know that the fates of whole galaxies are being decided every day in the rest of the universe? And here you seem concerned over... I don't even know what. What are you concerned about?
Please, Yuri, if I may, there has been a very, very serious development in the war for the Ukraine.
Yes. You said that already. You can get on with the details. What is it now?
Well, I'm trying, my tiny friend, but you keep interrupting me.
What? No. You see, it is you who keep interrupting me. We're in the middle of my podcast here.
This is a geopolitical emergency, Captain. Not some silly podcast of the stars that no one I know listens to.
Silly podcast. I don't like the tone of your voice, Zoltan. Now I'm starting to talk like you, but your little geopolitical emergency, as you call it, is but a speck of dust on the universal scale.
Oh, yes, well, you could be a little green smudge on the bottom of my shoe, if you want to talk about scale. Am I right, Rikia?
They are very tiny. I can't even see their balls to wash them.
Oh, okay, Rikia, let's at least pretend we are talking about the balls in the ball pit. When you are not opaque enough, we get shut down by the Board of Health, or the Vice Squad, or the Polizia, you see.
You want me to be opaque? What is this? Like something you can't see through?
Yes, it means to be less clear. Subtle, I believe, is the Amerikansky word for it.
Subtle.
Are there subtitles we can turn on for when they are speaking, Shipwood? I'm having a very, very hard time understanding a word. Never mind. Zoltan, are you threatening me? Well, what this is?
Well, I don't want the push to turn into the shove, Captain, but if I wanted to, I could put your whole spaceship in the municipal trash can over there with the self-closing lid. It also compacts the trash inside of it every 3 hours, which I imagine would be most unpleasant for you. Eventually, you would escape when the public works attendant empties the receptacle, maybe in 1 week's time.
What? You wouldn't. You couldn't. Shipwood, could he do that?
Well, I don't see why not, Captain. Preliminary scans show that trash receptacles impervious to blast from our soup cannon. We'd be powerless to escape.
Curses! Well, look, Zoltan.
I believe the captain wishes to apologize, Zoltan. You can proceed with your emergency message.
Yes, what Gory said. Please proceed, Zoltan. I'll be in my quarters. Space toilet number 1. If anyone needs me, carry on.
Ridiculous. What's that? Is the emergency message? I've forgotten. Oh, yes, my goodness. How could I almost forget? Today we learned of a most serious development in the Ukrainian conflict. And that is in some strange behind-the-back retaliation by these United States in which we live, as a sign of disapproval for the Russian war of aggression, which we also disapprove of, by the way. But we have just learned that the McDonald's is closing all of its stores in Russia and our beloved Belarus.
What? No Mickey D's? Why? How could they? I love the fries.
I know. It is too much. Too much.
Wait, what about the Burger King? The Burger King. I like the flame-broiled Whopper there.
I didn't hear about the Burger King. Do they have any of those back home in Belarus? I don't remember.
There was one at the mall, or maybe at the airport. I forget. Opa!
What is this noise? It looks like we are getting an emergency message again from our comrades in Minsk. Oh no.
What?
Isa, it is too much. You better sit down.
Sit down. What is it, brother? What is it?
They are closing all of the Starbucks too.
No, near the Starbucks, like the intellect. It is like the intergalactic currency. Oh, no.
No, you fool! No,
Starbucks? The intergalactic currency?
no, Captain, you fool! It's the popular coffee shop. Oh, God. No, you the popular coffee shop here on Earth. But this is too much. You cannot take away the Frappuccino from the Russian and Belarusian people. This is a war crime.
I like the chai myself. The chai lattes are so good. They're so sweet and creamy.
Isa, what is it with you and the chai? It is disgusting.
Disgusting, no.
I much prefer the new cold brew, the sweet vanilla cold foam. Extra foam, I tell them, and they obey.
You are the ice queen, Rakia, and the baristas are your little puppets.
Especially the cute one with the neck tattoo.
Yes, especially him. Wait, what? No, my little Minsk, you are breaking my heart.
I bought some weed from that barista. It was no good. It was very bad.
Oh, you what? He says they have the good stuff in the stores now. It is legal and
What, Mama?
regulated, and you always know what you get, even if the shopping experience is a bit annoying, like a trip to Whole Foods.
Whole paycheck, am I right?
Up top, comrade.
Oh, Gory, I think they just did that high five thing you and Shipwood were demonstrating earlier. It does look fun. Weird, but fun.
How did I miss that? I was checking our fuel cells in case they make a move to put us into that trash can.
Good thinking, Gory. We may need to make an evasive maneuver.
Hey, are you getting back to the episode already? We are still in the middle of our emergency message.
What were you? I thought once you started talking about pot dispensaries like that, the emergency portion of the message was over. My mistake.
Just a little tangent we went on there. We sometimes get distracted.
A squirrel! Look, a squirrel!
Yes, now he's doing his distracted dog impression. He can be funny sometimes.
Yes.
This is why I put up with my brother.
Yeah, that's the only reason you put up with me, Zoltan. I am your blood relative. How could you?
Okay, take it easy. Put away the knife, Isa. Save that for the Amerikansky capitalists who are pulling their stores and services from the good people of Belarus. Maybe our governments are making a grave mistake in Ukraine. For this, we are very sorry and ashamed. But to then make all of the Russian and Belarusian people suffer with no Netflix, no Amazon Prime, it is inhumane.
I guess it is Netflix, eh? Yeah. We will see you in the Hague, Jeffrey Bezos, in the Hague.
I will never wash his bald head with my fire hose. Never again, anyways.
Oh, Rakia, I wish you wouldn't put that picture in my brain. Now I cannot unsee. I can't unsee that now.
Oh, thank the stars. I think finally that means the emergency message is over. Thank goodness.
I hate to bring this up now, Captain, but
what? What is it now, Gory? What other interruptions?
Well, I'm sorry. But it's time for a word from one of the actual sponsors for this episode.
Actual sponsors? What? We've just been hearing from Zoltan and Isa from the bottomless ball pit or whatever ridiculous. They are our sponsors.
No, but those emergency broadcasts, they were not paid advertisements, Captain.
What? They didn't pay us for those. They didn't pay us for those. I will murder them. I will kill them.
Okay, easy, Captain. That is not so good for business. They might hear that if they ever listen to this episode.
But we haven't even gotten anywhere with the plot of this episode. There's so much we still have to get to. The juggling elves, the The jeweled chalice, the betrayal by John Denver, and ensuing battle with Lord Camembert. Wait, what?
Oh, I know. I just saw that in the script. The jeweled chalice. Do we get to drink out of it?
No, you fool! I was exclaiming at the part about the betrayal by John Denver and the battle with Lord Camembert. You don't think he led us right to?
Well, we'll just have to wait to find out, Captain, as we absolutely, positively must pause right now for a word.
But we're in danger! We can't pause for a word from our spotters.
You'll like this one, Captain. You see, we sponsored ourselves with some of the Starbucks that we found between the cushions of our space couch.
What? We did?
Yes. Here, take a listen.
Okay, so apparently we're sponsoring our own show now. Don't know what that means. Hello again, I'm Yuri.
And I'm Gary.
And we are hopping aboard the latest craze.
Yes, something that's turning every main street and little downtown across the country into a little Brooklyn.
Yes. You said that with a bit of a
sorry,
Belarusian accent.
I don't know what's happening.
Yes, we'd like to invite you to Yuri and Gory's Boat to Table Scratch Gourmet Collective.
What a name! It's a bit long.
Yes, there's a lot to unpack there. Are we sure we have enough time in this advertisement?
Well, we're in the middle of the spot already, so let's give it a try. You've heard of Farm to Table, right, kind sir? I'm just asking a random passerby here on the street. Sir?
What? Farm to Table? No, I've never heard of that.
Oh, you haven't? It's everywhere now. I'm surprised you haven't.
Well, let us explain, kind sir, to you and the listening audience, of course. You see, the farm-to-table movement is all about using locally sourced ingredients, supporting all types of local growers and business owners, from area farmers to startup slaughterhouses to your strange neighbors with chicken coops in their backyard. Chicken coops or chicken co-ops, whatever you might want to call them. Why rely on food grown halfway around the world? You could be supporting the economy right here.
Right. And while we don't source our ingredients from overseas, we do send the ingredients on a very long journey throughout the seas as part of our boat cooking method, which you will have plenty of time to learn about as you await your dinner. I hope you're not too hungry at the moment, sir.
What? No, I'm just on my way to the bank.
That's perfect! We were heading there too. In fact, you could really help us out if you could tell our loan officer that you're interested in making a reservation, or just in being a customer.
And that's where the scratch comes in, as in Yuri and Gary's Boat to Table Scratch Gourmet Collective. You see, any old restaurant can say they make everything from scratch. They raise their own chickens, they grow their own grains.
They chafe their own wheat.
No, I think it's chauffeur their own wheat. They drive it around, show it the sights, make sure it lives a full life before they
separate the wheat from the chaff.
Ah, exactly. That's it. Say, you seem to know something about this. Do you want to be our bakery chef? Eh?
I'm an insurance adjuster. Do you not have a bakery chef?
We don't have any chefs yet, sir. When we say this is a scratch collective, we mean we are literally starting this business from scratch for you, the customer. That's the only way to ensure this dining experience is perfectly tailored to you and your needs, from the menu to the decor to the accessibility features you may need to get through the door and around inside.
Right. So we do have a restaurant location in mind, just around the corner here, where the old shoe and leather repair shop used to be, but we need a loan first. Hence our trip to the bank, and hence our need for you to pose as our first customer to convince the bank our business model is viable.
You don't actually have to come back and dine with us. We're probably 12 to 18 months away from opening, although that's only a fraction of the time it might take for a fully cooked boat meal.
Boat cooked?
Yes, yes, yes. I meant to say boat-cooked meal, yes. In a time-honored Meeporpian cooking method, we assemble all of the ingredients in an old dinghy, we shove it out to sea, and we wait for it to return.
So we're a bit at the mercy of the trade winds and the ocean currents and all that.
So you don't have a restaurant yet, or a bakery chef, or any chefs, and then when you do, it still might take years to prepare the meal I order. You're crazy.
You know what, sir, kind sir? You are right. How can we consider this from scratch if we've already got all these plans laid out? What we really need is for the future customer to give us the idea of starting a restaurant in the first place.
Ah, I see your point. I see your point. Otherwise, we are just forcing our customers to conform to our preconceived notions of what they might want in a meal. How terribly insensitive us. That's very hard to say. How terribly insensitive of us.
It's fine. It's fine.
How precocious of us. How crass.
Yes,
No,
terrible.
Really, when I'm hungry, I'd prefer for someone else to have planned this all out and to have things, nearly ready to consume. I'm not that choosy that,
Oh, don't sell yourself short, sir. You deserve to be choosy. You only have one meal to consume each time you are hungry. Don't you wish to make it the very best possible meal?
I just want something to eat when I'm hungry in a timely fashion. That's all. In fact, this conversation has taken so long, I'm getting hungry now.
Ah, hungry. Excellent. We can fit you in at 6 p.m. on Friday, 2 years from now. Will that work? Your schedule.
At this point in the commercial, you may be wondering how Yuri and Guri, two very tiny aliens by Lurfian standards, have been conversing on the street with a normal-sized hummus bean.
I was just going to ask you that question, Guri.
Well, I'm not sure why you'd ask me. You know as well as I, Captain, that we can use our superior intellect and advanced technologies to accomplish just about anything.
That's right.
And in this case, we repurposed our holo communicators to produce very lifelike holograms of ourselves in hummus bean form.
Oh, really? Why didn't we do this in any of the earlier episodes when trying to make contact with the Lurflings? Would have probably made more sense.
Well, we hadn't thought of it, I guess. Or our dumb writers hadn't thought of it. It's really quite simple there. We're safely on our ship. Shipward has whipped up the programming, and I got to choose the dashing form of Johnny Depp for my likeness.
And I appear to have been embodied as the late Chris Farley. I don't know how I was hoodwinked into this. Shipward.
Well, don't worry, Captain. It's just a commercial. Very soon now, we'll be going back to the regular podcast storyline. If I could just find the end of segment music thingy.
Chris Farley, really? Shipward, can you make my hologram punch his hologram? Like punch him right in the nose?
No need for violence.
Face.
Captain.
Just distorted Johnny Depp face.
See you at the Scratch Kitchen.
Please stop by in 2 years. Put a good word in for us at the bank.
Well, Captain, I'm not sure about that venture of ours. Our one potential customer didn't seem to like it too much.
Yes, perhaps it's possible to take the farm-to-table, made-from-scratch concept too far. I don't know. He also might just be a dolt. But anyway, let's see what type of reaction we get to that ad.
That seems to have calmed you down anyways, the commercial break.
Oh, my comments! I almost forgot that we were talking about what we were talking about before the spot. Did John Denver betray us or not?
Of course he did. Not only is he a fabulous entertainer, he's an old friend of mine.
Oh, no, it's Camembert.
Oh, and his smelly cousin, Gruyere.
That's not my cousin, that's a rock.
Oh, sorry. It looked a bit like a wedge of cheese.
Besides, if you knew my cousin or anything about different types of cheese, you'd know that Gruyere is not smelly at all. Why, he showers daily in the alpine springs of Switzerland. He's an alpine Swiss.
Is it a holy Swiss? With the holes in it?
He's holier than thou, of that I can assure you.
Well, that's not saying very much. We're atheists, or maybe agnostic in polite company.
Oh, shut up, Gory. Shut up.
You know, I felt personally discriminated against back in the Space Academy. When it came time for exams, I'd often plead my case as an agnostic for not answering certain questions. I mean, I just don't know, I'd say. But they'd lower my grade anyways.
I said shut up. Can't you see we're in danger here?
That was an interesting
Camembert
story.
has cornered us between his armada and that self-compacting refuse can over there.
Finally,
See?
I have you murderers in my sights. Should I proceed with the mock trial or just skip right to the part where the Gorgon High Council sentences you to death by ion blast for murder and treason?
High council, is that like a high school council? Well, anyway, a mock trial sounds like a very good idea, actually.
Yes, I do love
I vote for that.
I do love making a mockery of the court.
You know, a good judge, actually. Judge Susan, who's up for the top judging award in the universe. I don't know if you caught us on the judging awards a few episodes back.
Silence! I cannot stand
okay.
your meaningless banter for one Karflugen more. I'm skipping the mock trial and sentencing, which are mere formalities at this point, proceeding right to the execution. Artillery, fire when ready!
Oh, no, this can't be. I haven't even time to escape to my war room. It's not
Be
fair.
brave, Captain!
What? Oh no, what is that?
Sounds like Action F. Oh, no, just an emergency.
1,000 apologies, Yuri and Guri, and strange talking circle of cheese.
I'm a wheel of cheese. The term is wheel.
Are you wheel cheesy, Lord C? Sorry. I'm sorry.
Gory, please just ignore any lines you have for the rest of this episode. I forbid you from reading them. Anything funny.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Wheel of Cheese. But DC is an emergency once again about our native lands where a war has broken out.
Well, what's the big deal about that? Happens all the time. Usually there is one big explosion and then silence. Over and done with. We all move on.
Well, maybe where you come from, Mr. Cheese, there is...
It's Camembert. You can call me Lord Camembert.
Yes, your cheesiness. Sorry, Cam and Bears. You see, in my country there are only two kinds of cheese. White cheese and yellow cheese. I never see cheese with the blue and greens running through it. It's quite interesting. Issa, did you see our new friend here?
Yes, I did. He looks very nice. Perhaps we eat, we say fig spread and maybe a plain cracker. He looks very yummy.
I think we could stuff a little bit of him in an olive. What do you think? That could be good.
Oh, great with celery, I bet.
That's
I love
enough!
this celery.
Enough, I am a Gorgon overlord, ruler of more than half the universe. I will ignore your insolence, as I have no quarrel with you or plans for this backwater bilge station you call Lurf.
It's actually called Earth.
Oh, now see, that's what I get for learning about this place from an idiotic, low-rated Meporpian podcast. Now I'm embarrassed. My evil persona is completely undermined.
It is just a little mispronunciation. Don't be so hard on yourself. Or if you do want to punish yourself, let me introduce you to our half-sister. Her name is Rakia. She's very, very nice and voluptuous.
Well, how do you do?
Don't get lost in her eyes, Cameron baby. She can break you down and build you back up again, all with the settings on her fire hose.
I make the grown man weep. Say, is it getting hot in here?
But getting back to the latest emergency, we have broken into these broadcasts once again to report some very sad news, especially for you, Issa.
What this? What now? No more bad news.
Well, you'll have to grin and bear it, Issa, because along with the many other businesses that are protesting the war in the Ukraine, we have now heard that Victoria's Secret is closing all stores and outlets in Russia and Belarus.
Why is he so important? Why are you telling me? Why do I care?
Oh, come now, Isa, don't pretend you don't remember a little bet from our school days. Remember when the first big shopping mall was opening near a little town outside Minsk, and we were going to shop for new clothes for the end of year dance before we go off to the gymnasia.
It is called the high school here in America. Eh?
Yes, before we go to high school, we had the big dance.
High school.
We had the big dance, and I was telling you about all the different clothing stores in the new mall. And you said, "Ach, Zoltan, what difference could there be about clothing stores? They all sell the same clothes." And I said, "Oh, really, Isa?" And I dared you to buy clothes for the dance from the store of my choosing.
Yes, and I took the bet. So what?
So Isa, oh, you pretend you don't remember. Oh, I wish you could have seen it, Yuri and Guri and everyone here. Oh, so Isa had to find clothes for the dance at Victoria's Secret. And he made many boyfriends that night, let me tell you.
I still get the calls and occasional text messages from some of them on the anniversary of that dance. It's terrible.
Oh, yes. Oh, let me guess. The texts, they must ask you, "What are you wearing?" No?
Yes, I get that a lot.
Oh, goodness.
It's not funny, but then I send them pictures that Rikia has shared with me, and that usually shuts them up. Eh?
What? How dare you? How dare you send them pictures of my little Minsk?
She's my half-sister too, brother. I don't know why we must always have these fights. It's the same fight every day.
Isa, could you send me some of those pictures?
Quick, Shipwood. Evasive maneuvers. We can escape while Camembert is distracted. Quick.
Oh, good thinking, Captain. Although our fuel cells are running low.
We have enough juice to get out of Camembert's sight, perhaps, although I'm not sure about the range of his radar. In which direction should we head, Captain?
I don't care any direction. Just go, go, go.
All right, very well. Brace yourselves for a lateral burst.
Okay, just watch out for the Oh no!
What just happened?
Oh,
What happened?
I think we. Oh, did we?
We're in a trash can.
What?
Oh, I knew it! I knew it! I was trying to say, watch out for the self-compacting trash.
Shipwood, how could you navigate us directly into a trash receptacle?
I'm sorry,
Idiot.
sorry, Captain. I didn't have time to punch any specific coordinates. You seem to be in a hurry, so.
You did say you didn't care in which direction we went, Captain. If we need to play the tapes back, I'm sure we have.
So I fired the starboard thrusters.
Oh my comments, do I have to spell out everything clearly? I wouldn't want to take an evasive maneuver into a self-sealing trash compactor. I mean, I feel like I'm all alone in here.
Will our Meporpian heroes be able to escape the clutches of the self-compacting trash receptacle? Will Lord Camembert's newfound infatuation with the Belarusian temptress cause further discord between her two half-brothers, Zoltan and Isa? Will the whole crew ever get back to their home universe? Stay tuned for all these answers and more
Who is this?
on the next episode of... Usually I'm interrupted by this point by an angry Captain Yuri exclaiming the show doesn't need a narrator and
Yes, Captain. Yes, Captain, what's wrong?
Oh, what's the point anymore? We are hopelessly lost, as we proved a few episodes ago. We couldn't fight our way out of a paper bag, much less a titanium self-compacting trash can. My crew is useless.
Hey,
Useless!
what are you talking about?
I still don't even know the purpose of our mission on Earth. I'll be in my quarters.
Space toilet number 1 is now occupied.
I haven't seen him like this before, Guri. You think we should say something or try to cheer him up?
He's usually fine by the next episode.
Hello! Oh, friends!
Who could that be?
What is the matter? Captain having existential crisis? Maybe Cookie make him feel better.
Okay, I think so, Fiend. He seems to be a little upset.
Fiend, no stranger of this type of thing. I've been through it many times.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, that was the summer I fell in love with Prologue. I kept saying, "These
Prologue,
feels
you
like-"
mean?
Prologue, yes. Prologue. I call it Proli for
How do you
short now.
forget her name? But anyway.
Well, I had too many cookies. These feels like the start of something, but she kept saying it never could work. Anything we had would have to come to end.
Do you think that has to do with your name, The End?
It is a lifelong struggle. Things seem to end for me before they even start.
Well, not our friendship, Fiend. That's been going on for quite some time. Sort of like this episode.
Yes, you see, I am supposed to end that too. That's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, but we do enjoy our little chats with you.
You do? Oh, that makes me so happy. We want to share a snack with you to celebrate. One cookie?
Well, I would, but we're out of time. We're sort of running short on everyone's attention span, I believe.
Oh, I see. It's just like me said. Things end too quickly as soon as me show up.
Well, maybe I could play us out on the old space piano here, you know.
Oh, that is quite a nice shirt,
maybe we'll
Mr.
meet
Narrator.
again or something.
Where did you buy such a thing?
Oh, this whole thing? I think it's from Victoria's Secret.
Oh, yes, they have some decent clothing in the small men's section there.
They do.
Also, a cookie section.
It's nice that they put the men's section there for the guys who find themselves there.
What is this? There's a men's section in that store. Why didn't I not see? It's so humiliating.
Well, maybe they don't have that section in the one in Minsk. I don't know.
We never get the best the world has to offer there. That is why we come here to the land of the malls and the strip malls and the strippers and more stores and customer service than anyone could ever need.
Capitalism does have its charm.
Yes, like the oppression of cheap labor. We despise it, and yet we crave the many goods it produces. It is quite a quandary, yes?
And so Issa considers his quandary.
I'm considering my quandary. It's very complicated.
What were you doing with our laundry?
No, quandary. That's what's on my script here.
I have to do my laundry, yes.
I had to do my
I
quandary.
bring it to the quandary laundry cleaners. They're very good in here in the Little Minsk.
And one of the other characters discussed doing their laundry. I didn't catch the other character, however.
I went to the store to buy
Me.
a machine. I got a quandary machine by mistake.
I believe that's Guri.
It's
And I don't hear a
Very-
accent this time.
very problematic. Quandary machine. Why would I buy such a thing?
Me not know. I would buy cookie machine.
It's like they say,
Quandary.
your quandary is never finished.
And then they to pair with it, they said, "Here, take this. It'll put you through the ringer." The quandary machine in the ringer. Hang on. Hello.
I think all your jokes pulled out of the Russia
Hello,
and the
Meatborp.
Belarus. The sanctions, we are there to putting sanctions against your very bad jokes.
Issa, I just thought of idea. We launched podcast on Meeporp called Greetings Meeporp.
Oh, it's a very good idea. I
Hey.
like this idea. Yes, I
Give
like
them
it.
taste of the old medicine.
I also have a very good idea. How about we start a farm, very early scratch from table collective restaurant? What do you think? We buy farm to table of fast food. So we start very, very early, but it's at the same time with super fast food. So instead of taking 12 to 24 months, it takes 12 to 24 week.
It's a little spin on it. I like it that you put.
Oh, very good idea. We spin the restaurant to be like a giant lazy Susan.
Like this.
I have my cousin, Lazy Susan. She'll be great.
I can sometimes use Lazy Susan for touching two different balls same time.
Oh my god! I had a joke 3 jokes ago, but now I forgot something about spin cycle with the quandary machine. Oh, now I lost it.
Your joke is always dumb.
Talk about Lazy Susan. She has the wandering eye as well.
Yeah, that is Lazy Eye Susan.
Oh, different person.
Yes, she's also my cousin.
Great
Lazy
thing.
Susan gets around, though.
I still like the Greetings Meeporp idea. I think we launched. Do you know how to build a website, Isa?
Do you know how to build a spaceship? I think we need that first.
No, we just broadcast. We get the tinfoil hat and the wild.
No, we need to go to Meepop so we can be the aliens, the little tiny comet.
Oh, we need to explore Meeporp. That would be more exciting.
Oh, yes, in the same way that the little Meepopian aliens come to love. Yeah, now I say love. To come to the Earth to explore. Yeah, and they talk about silly nonsense. And go. We would have to go to this more Meepop. How big is this Meepop?
We need a space suit too. We maybe go to Victoria's Secret to try to find the space suit. Do they have that set?
Oh, yes, they have the space suit section. It's very nice.
Good.
Who will
Only in
sponsor
women's
the
sizes.
hillbillies? Where are the hillbillies for this?
Where's the hillbillies? I like the seesaw and the
What in the tarnation?
this
We didn't even get one word in this episode. What is going on? It's everyone's wrapped. They're turning out the lights. They're wheeling away the microphones.
I've been sitting here waiting, and I canceled bingo with my wife just for this.
There was the adult Easter egg hunt too at the church that we skipped to come to this. Remember the naked Easter egg? The really. Sorry.
Well, see, I think if they've got all the serious things that are going on in the world, I think it's quite okay if we just miss one episode. It's not the end of the world.
Yes,
I'm
I'm sorry.
You're blind or anything like I am.
I'm so sorry. There are many problems in Ukraine and that part of the world we thought more important than your hijinks with the backwater tool shops.
Oh, I know Jinx. Hi, Jinx. He's my friend.
Oh, wasn't he the worst character in Star Wars history?
No, that was Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar hijinks.
No, hijinks is something very different.
Okay.
I thought that Jar Jar was cute.
Oh no. Oh, of course. Oh, Sheila. Of course you did. Got the taste of a squirrel.
I thought my name was Shirley.
I think it's she. Oh, you're right. My bad. It's
surely she could.
Surely she-
Otherwise, the pun don't work.
That's right. Sheila, she cut it. Surely she cut it. Yes. I know you will go through these phases, Shirley.
Clearly, he's got that. He puts the high in hijinks.
I took a bandsaw to the head the other day. So, yeah, can't be held accountable for my words. All right. Where do we
You
hit?
are a no account.
Me think episode must be end. As much as me
There's no
be
accounting
very
for
sad to
taste.
see all go.
No accounting for taste, Sheila. Shirley, dang nabbit. I'm gonna have to write it down in my hand.
If you can't taste, you might have the COVID. You might want to get one of the tests.
free at
Why
Walmart.
do you need one of them accountants to taste?
No, there's no accountant for taste. It's an expression. God,
I know.
pick up a dictionary every now and then.
Is
Why
she
would
trying
there
to eat
be
an
an
accountant?
accountant for tasting?
Don't eat the accountant. It's not nice. If you don't, not even for a little taste. Don't eat them.
You can't tally up taste, woman. Goodness. It's just a sensation. It's a feeling. It's a je ne sais quoi.
You know, there was
Wash
a
your mouth.
restaurant called Taste, and they went under. That's because there was no accountant for taste.
Well, that's separate. See, that's surely you can't be serious. That was a different story altogether, right? They had trouble with the law, with the taxes. You don't
I'm
want
not
to
gonna
run
say it
afoul.
again.
You don't want to run afoul of the IRS. The ERS, I call it.
Oh, wow. I thought I was the only one that called the Ers.
I think that was the chicken race we went to. Wasn't it called Run Afoul?
I
thought it was called the ERS.
Got
Trying
too
to make up
stupid.
for all the times you ruined the pun by calling me Sheila.
She cut it.
I'm in pain.
Maybe it'll be Sheila be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Shirley's coming round. To see, it doesn't work with Shirley.
But Sheila works.
Well,
Sheila.
just have to have my second wife, I guess. That's knew there was a reason.
Where's
Ooh.
that cursed stop button? To paraphrase that.
Narrator, take us out.
Ra-da-da-da. Okay.
And that's all
Narrator-
for this episode of Greetings, Lurflay.
Will you shut up?